Hey, it's us once again. I'm JT. I got my homeboy with me. Say something might be.
What it do?
And that's what he says. We're here for another quickie episode, might be.
It's been a long time.
About a good month. Mm-hmm. You know, we done other things. You know, of course, Yana and
challenges.
The challenges. And we got some more coming, but
I survived.
He did
the damn Death Nut Challenge.
He did. Let me tell you though, might be on my way home.
Oh, that's what.
Man, I you know, it was like one. It was like a. and my son like.
Yeah.
And you know, and it was like heat. It
was
like
I'm like I had a burning system.
It was like
you and Kevin were still here. I remember I went to the room.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is my house, and I left everybody here. And I'm like, I can't do it. I was dry heaving.
I was ready to go
on the toilet.
I must have been. I was probably saving face for the last, the next 30 minutes. But at the same, I wasn't hurting.
Y'all were acting like nut. Like this is what we do
I wasn't hurt. While we was doing the thing, while we was doing the challenge, I was all right. Mm. It was hot.
Yeah,
but I could take it. And so, I went over to the couch. And I'm still all right, but I'm feeling, I'm like,
yeah.
It just felt,
I tried.
upset. It was like an upset stomach. But it wasn't, it wasn't like...
Mine had fire behind it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
You went early.
Yeah, I didn't finish.
And so on my way home, I was, I was all right. And all of a sudden it was like, it's just... It seemed like I could feel it. My intestines going through my intestines.
Yeah.
And it was like I'm like, let me hurry up and get home.
Yeah, just in case.
Because but I want, man, and then I'll start sweating for real. Might be.
Yeah.
I had beads on me. I had the windows down, trying to cool off. All of a sudden, I just got hot.
Mm-hmm.
And and I got home. And then I was all right until like around 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And it said, nigga.
Hello.
Hey.
We in there. And we need to come out.
Yeah. You done forgot, huh? Man, my ass is on fire, brother. I ain't gonna front. It was on fire.
After that experience, going back and watching the video and seeing how calm Kevin was.
Oh, yeah. He went home crying, I bet.
That pissed me off. Because I'm like, I had to rewind to make sure he was actually eating the peanut.
But he was sweating and shit, though. He was sweating more than I was. Though. No, it was them. It was them damn nuts, goddammit.
Okay. You don't know now?
That dude was sweating. And so I'm like, it was.
So he was holding most of it inside because he was just sitting there, all posted up like nothing was affecting.
I don't feel nothing.
This is what we eat back home. All that.
Like, nah.
I was crying.
He probably on the toilet that night too. Shit.
Yeah, that was the challenge. That's what we've been doing. Oh, you guys have been saying, of course.
Yes.
But can I tell my story real quick?
Oh, go ahead.
What were you about to say?
Nothing.
Okay. I went to the doctor. Because every year you need to go and make sure everything's on the up and up.
Right on,
and this is something that I didn't used to do. I paid for health insurance, just in case.
And you getting up there in age.
And yes, I guess I am getting up there in age. That wasn't what I was gonna say.
No.
And then the other thing is, this is the one thing my grandma, and it seemed like black elders used to always tell you, make sure you wash your ass and change your underwear.
Right.
Because you never know when you're going to have to go to the hospital.
You're right.
Like, that's the reasoning behind it. You never know when you're going to have to go to the hospital.
You want a clean ass, or you want some clean drawers.
Yeah, I mean, just because you just want to be clean.
You represent the family. I'm sorry. But you are.
So the ambulance people, they put it out there like he came in with a stank ass.
And some dirty ass drawers.
Some dirty drawers.
A couple of bacon strips.
I don't know where that bulletin board is. You know,
hey, no, it's word. It's word of mouth. It's somebody's cousin.
Oh, okay.
That knows.
Because somebody knows somebody.
Because somebody knows somebody might be.
But I went to the doctor, you know, just to get some blood work and just make sure everything is okay.
Right on.
And when I first started going to my particular doctor, they would do the blood draw and all that stuff in the office. Okay. And then the past couple of years, they've been letting another company do it. So I would have to either go to a hospital or go to another little like laboratory or whatever and get that done. But then this year, they brought it back. And so I'm like, you know, this is convenient. Like, oh, this is cool. And so she, you know, gave me my little order and then sent me to another little room. And I'm sitting outside the room. And the room is like separated by a little curtain. So I can hear what's going on. And the lady who draws the blood and all that, she has a patient currently. And so I'm listening and they talking entirely too much. And I'm like, this is kind of weird. Like, hurry up. I got to get to work. Yeah. I ain't got time for this. Yeah. And so the patient was so talkative, and the I think it's a phlebotomist. I think that's what they call it. But the lady who was drawing the blood seemed like she was, you know, nice and everything. And so she's talking to the girl, and then she starts to draw her blood. And then like maybe 35 seconds later, I hear, I don't know what the girl's name was, but she's like, I'm gonna call her Heather. She's like, Heather, wake up, Heather. I promise you. I promise you that was my face. Like, wake up.
I'm like to the nurse.
No, the nurse is talking to the patient, saying, wake up. And so now I need to know what the hell is going on, because this whole little situation as far as drawing blood in the office went away for a reason. And so I'm like, wait a minute, what line am I in? And she sounded so calm, as if this is an everyday occurrence.
Like she got narcolepsy or some shit.
No, I'm talking about the doctor or the lady who was drawing the blood. She's talking as if this is an everyday occurrence.
No, I'm saying like,
but I don't know what was going on.
She knows with the patient, like, you know, maybe, it's just normal.
Maybe she did, but I didn't know what the hell was going on. I just hear her telling Heather to wake up, and so another nurse walks by, and she's like, after like 20, 30 seconds, she's still saying, Heather, wake up. And then another nurse walked by, like, you know, do you need some help? She's like, no, she'll be fine. And I'm still hearing you tapping her.
They got to
saying,
bring in the
Heather,
unit.
wake up. And so after maybe 20 more seconds, she was like, give me a cold rag. I'm still sitting in the chair waiting on my turn.
What type of room is this, though? Is this like is this still a doctor's office?
Yes. We still there.
Why y'all sharing the same room?
No, it's like it's separated by like a little curtain, so I can just hear. I can't see what's going on.
Is it a clinic?
It's a doctor's office.
I'm sorry. I just, you know, when I go to the doctor,
this is everything that's going on right now seems wrong to me too. And so, and then remember, I'm next. So I'm concerned as hell. And why Heather ain't waking up and what's going on with Heather. And so now she told the other nurse to get her a wet rag. And so the other nurse, you know, slides the little curtain. She goes in there, you know, and then closes it back. And both of them are in there talking about, you know, wake up, Heather. And so eventually Heather starts to wake up. And Heather's like, what's going on? And she starts fighting everybody because she's like, I can't see what's going on. I'm like, you know what? I'm finna go. I don't have time for this. I'm just gonna trust that Jesus has, you know, cleansed my blood and we good. Because this should not be happening. It wasn't making any sense, bro. I'm so paranoid right now because, first of all, where did Heather go? Why is she asleep right now? And then she wakes up and she's yelling at them because she don't know what's going on and saying she can't see. She was saying, I can't see for about 10 minutes. And not 10 minutes. About maybe 30 to 40. It seemed like 10 minutes. 30 to 45 seconds. And so she's trying to fight them because they are like touching on her and tapping on her and calling her name. She don't know what the hell's going on.
She got like a small seizure?
I don't know. Now, the nurse that was so calm, she's still calm. It's okay, Heather. I got you. I'm here. And I'm like, I probably would have like pushed Heather ass and then ran out. Now she's saying, get the doctor. So the doctor comes in and he's checking on everything. And by this time, Heather, she her eyes are working again. She can see.
Yeah, she knows.
But she still don't really know what's going on, and it eventually starts to come to her. And she reveals that she passes out often.
What type of?
I feel like
that's something you should tell you. You already in the doctor office. This is something like you should already tell people that this is what you do.
Especially if it like getting your blood drawn causes it. I would let the person draw my blood. No.
Maybe.
And so, but no, I'm still in line.
Yeah. And
I don't know what the hell is going on. And so I was like, should I leave? And then I was like, well, let me prepare myself to pass out. I started preparing my mind to pass out. And I'm like, how's this going to work? Like, what could they be doing? Like, I've had my blood drawn before. Why are people passing out? This is weird.
No.
And, this is all going through my head before Heather revealed that she passes out sometimes. And, the doctor went in there. He checked on her. And, by the time, she was, talking and she could see again, she, realized what was going on, revealed to them that she passes out. And then the doctor came out and he stopped and checked on me. He was like, you okay, sir?
I'm glad after this episode.
She's okay. Sometimes things like this happen. It's not a normal occurrence because the way the nurse was acting, the one who drew the blood, as if this is normal.
Maybe that was her training.
Maybe. Maybe that was her attempt to try and make sure to keep Heather calm.
Yeah.
And anybody else that's listening. But that didn't help me. I'm thinking this is what y'all do. So that's why you're used to it. And now I got to prepare to pass out too.
Oh, Heather was all right.
Oh, it was
the blood
it was scary.
The drawn and she passes out.
Yeah.
Then wakes up.
Ready. She was fighting. And then I heard like boom, boom. And I think she slick hit her head, but the nurse was like, "Oh, she's fine. She didn't hit her head."
Oh,
I'm like, no, I heard like some tumbling going on in there.
Man,
I probably should have left, but then I went and got my blood drawn in and out. It was so simple, and I'm like, how? Well, Heather passes out anyway.
Man,
that was I had never experienced anything like that before.
You might want to find a different doctor.
A new doctor.
But
I feel like they handled the situation well.
The first thing that you told me was a curtain.
But I feel like if you go to I guess CVS, yes, they would have a curtain versus a special room you go to.
Yes, and this your doctor.
The doctor's office. When they see patients, it's an actual room, with the door. This is just the lady who draws the blood.
Okay, that's so you just in the okay.
Well, I'm at the doctor. This is as I'm talking to the doctor, making sure everything's okay as far as blood pressure and all that stuff. And then, I needed labs.
You eventually went to the room?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she drew my blood, and I was fine. I didn't pass out. And so now I have renewed faith in the situation. And Heather was the problem.
I don't know if it was renewed.
Well, when Heather said, hey, I pass out, this is what not on purpose, she has no control over it, but this is what I do, then I felt better about what was going on.
Right on.
But I'm telling you, I was so scared sitting in that chair, almost like sitting outside the principal's office, and your mama in there already talking to the principal, and you waiting for them to ream your ass, because you know what's coming.
Should I be here? I get you.
I was my mind to pass out, bro.
I don't know.
That's crazy.
But I don't know why you would.
I'm dumb. But I was also more so wanting to know what's going on with Heather. Yeah. At this point, it became like a reality show. How did we get here? Now? Oh, that would have been probably too much.
That's what you always tell my ass. But
that ain't at the doctor's office where it's like private stuff.
No, this is you there.
Yeah.
So is everybody.
I feel like that would have been probably too much.
It was
because I would have had to capture Heather, and I made sure to look and see what Heather looked like as she was leaving. And I'm like, do she look like the pass out type? Trying to recognize the sign. She looked like she passed out. Just seeing her on the street, I'd be like, she probably passed out.
I can believe it.
But yeah, that was scary.
Every now and then you see people that look like they could pass out.
She was one. She was maybe 20, 25, 26, but she was tiny. So I'm like, she looked like she's afraid of needles, stuff like that. I started picturing it all.
That's craziness.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I might have to look for another doctor if I go in the next time.
I something like this thought this like when you see the doctor and you said there's a curtain, and I'm okay, so you see your doctor and it's
like a football stadium,
like it's an outbreak.
Yeah.
I'm like,
were you in a FEMA shelter?
That's what I said. I was almost embarrassed to say it. I'm like, is this a clinic? Am I sharing too much? I don't want to get too far.
But I already said I got insurance. So.
I know you guys, but
I might.
That don't mean nothing nowadays.
They ain't got to do with my smarts. I might go to a clinic. I don't want nobody to see me behind this curtain.
But anyway, thank you, Mike B. I enjoyed the story.
Thank Heather. she was the entertainment.
Yeah, she was.
But she's okay. They and then they instead of letting her leave right afterwards because she was ready to leave, they had her go to a room and just kind of lay down because she was still a little discombobulated or whatever. And I was like, you know what? I appreciate that because they we don't want you to get behind the wheel and then you pass out again or something like that. Let's get your faculties together. And then you could try to leave.
She can get right. I don't think she just needed
She was not. I was listening to her talk. I'm like, she sounds so loopy right now. Mm-hmm. She's not ready to go. So I was like, I'm probably gonna hear about this. But then when they, told her to go to another room and then lay down, she agreed. And so I was appreciative. So I might have a good doctor.
Thank God for nurses.
Yeah.
They the salt of the earth. Some of them, you got some.
Yeah, some of them whoop your ass. And some of them make you pass out intentionally. But we ain't talking about them. We celebrating my doctor's nurse.
right on. In the news, I got my paper because I didn't want to forget this. Have you heard of Fort Valley University? It's a HBCU. No, Fort Valley State University.
No. Where is it at? What state is it?
It's in Fort Valley. I don't know.
Okay.
In my learnings, I didn't get that. I didn't get the state.
Okay. But it's Fort Valley State University. Yeah. Okay.
And it says Atlanta, so I'm thinking it's in Georgia somewhere. Fort Valley State University. It says an employee and advisor to the campus chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha.
Yeah. I heard
who resigned after being accused of running an on-campus prostitution ring.
I heard about this.
And it's among 7 people who have been formally indicted on prostitution and pimping charges in the case.
Pimping charges?
Pimping.
They say pimping charges?
That means if you got pimps, that means you got hoes. Mm-hmm. So she got hoes. She's a madam without a house. The house is the campus, I guess. Or the sorority house. She's run. Who knows? Mm-hmm. She's running this through the campus.
But it don't sound too far fetched because I feel like we see on TV when we have new pledges or whatever and for fraternities, there's usually a sister type of sorority that comes through and they help them with the pledges, and sometimes you see on TV it gets sexual or whatever. Yeah. And so this don't seem too far fetched to me.
I can see it. It says it's in addition to charges. Alicia Johnson is her name, is indicted, I guess this past Friday, on charges of pimping and solicitation of sodomy. And then I think it is other 6 men that's involved. Mm-hmm. I guess they partook of went on in the sodomy, and they said as well as pandering.
Did they say how long the investigation was going on?
No,
were they tipped
they said,
off?
They said it was a big story. I think last fall,
mm-hmm.
and on the campus and whatnot. And so they're finally being charged.
Mm.
And yeah, man, she was an executive assistant to the university president as well as the graduate advisor to the campus chapter of AKA, and is accused of providing sexual services for the men in exchange for money or providing someone else to the men during the same time period.
So she was actually using her own self. And when she couldn't do
I
it, she was
believe
busy.
she
had somebody
that's where I
step
think
in.
that's
Yeah.
where the pimp come in.
Okay.
You know, she provided other women or somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who else is in cahoots with her.
Mm-hmm.
And it could have been other women, you know, and provided services to the men. And the 7 men that they were talking about, you know, most of them are like professional men.
Mm.
You know, ranges from like 56 to 26 in age. So, you know, she was like, I guess she was like, what's happening? What it do?
Again, it don't seem far fetched. I wonder if, like, how did it become a
Strange
story?
for a piece of
And
change.
I wonder if the other women that were involved were actually getting paid versus, you know, her pimping them out. Like, did they volunteer? Did they know what was going on? Or what?
I mean, well, you know, I'm pretty sure they know what's going on. But, you know, if they hoes,
If they what?
hoes.
Hoes. Okay.
Are we saying pimp?
No. I get it.
No, I'm saying they go together.
Yeah, if they hoes, you know, but I'm saying if they didn't know what was going on, and maybe she said so and so like
pimp and a hoe, no, they the first
Well,
transaction.
you think all women know they getting pimped? I feel like there's some out there that don't know the game. They don't know.
They don't know the game. But at the same time, it is a controlling issue. They think they falling for this one guy.
Mm-hmm.
But then he passed you on to another dude,
mm-hmm.
and you know.
But
one time is on to me. It's one time on you. The second time, you know, you shouldn't be played a fool.
But it
I
depends
don't
on the I feel like at that point it depends on the conversation and your relationship with
of
that
course,
dude.
that's what
You may
do.
not.
They got a good game.
But I'm saying I can see, you know, a girl feeling like, you know, I'm just doing him a favor by sleeping with his.
See, might be.
I don't know. I feel like anything can happen. Anything is possible.
Man.
What do you think about? Have you been hearing this whole RIP to Nipsey Hussle?
Oh yeah, yes.
Nipsey Hussle passed away.
Since last time we did a show, that
murdered, not just passed away, but murdered.
And it was front of like one of his businesses, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And you know, everybody's been talking about that here recently, and I think his service, the funeral service, is tomorrow. Actually,
Staples Center.
Mm-hmm, at the Staples Center. The most recent thing came out when Kodak Black. What are your thoughts on Kodak Black? Period. First.
I've listened to his music. I don't have no problems with him. I know where you're getting at, but you know, before then, you know, I had no problems. You know, he's like any other. He had some, you know, issues as far as in the judicial system.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, you know, he's a regular rapper.
You feel like that just comes with rapping, being a rapper?
I mean, his story is cliches. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. You know, I don't have nothing bad or good. You know.
Mm-hmm. Most of the controversy came out when he was. And I really wasn't understanding. I see why people say it's kind of disrespectful for him to come out at this point saying he's going to give, you know, Lauren London, who was Nipsey Hussle's, you know, woman, give her a year or so to grieve before he, you know, kind of puts his name out there as the next potential.
Shot.
Yeah. And people found that, it's disrespectful, but I feel like the backlash that he got for that particular incident wasn't. I feel like he's done worse before this for that to be what people are up in arms about. And maybe it's because, you know, off the strength of Nipsey Hussle and his, you know, trying to not, you know, taint his legacy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the reason they decided to speak up for Lauren London.
I wouldn't say it tainted his legacy. It's just bad for
to see
what's his boy?
Kodak Black?
Kodak Black.
To see potential in Lauren London?
No, I'm saying it's only bad for a while. But I don't think, I'm saying as far as tainting the legacy, I don't think it's just something, you know, it ain't bad for Nipsey, his legacy. That's what I'm saying. You know, it's only bad for Kodak.
I'm saying the reason that other people came at Kodak for this particular situation,
as
if it was the worst thing he's done.
It's something like you think in your mind, but it ain't something that you just say and just post it for everybody to see.
But when you
You know,
like,
I can see
it's a social media era.
I can see a comedian saying it and then say too early.
Yeah,
you know, that type of joke. You
yeah.
know, because she is fine. So you know, you might say that. You know that, and just throw it out there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can see a comedian doing it, and then he'll probably get away with it. But Kodak, nah, he should have just fell back.
Well, he got some backlash from
of course.
A lot of the hip hop community, T.I., The Game, other people, like just commentators. Again, I just feel like it was poor taste. It was disrespectful because of the timing. Because I feel like a couple months from now, he could have said the same thing. And I feel like people would have taken it.
I still, only a few, but it still be in poor taste. I wouldn't even say it. Just go ahead and shoot your shot. I wouldn't even say it out loud. Something.
But no, we got to let people know what our intentions are. It's social media, brother.
Yeah,
people need to know.
That's I guess that's the younger.
When you're public figure,
you got to do extra, but that's stupid.
Yeah, but that's the era
something
we
that
live
don't
in.
need to be said. You might think it, and you might I might hold off. She is more. And don't they have a child
slide into the
together?
DM. That's why it's called sliding into the DMs. Everybody ain't got to know.
He can do that also. But
I was saying he didn't have to announce it. I understand where you're coming from. He didn't have to announce it.
Be smarter. But I ain't tripping like everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't canceling them?
No, I ain't canceling them. It ain't worth
you don't cancel too many people anyway.
But a lot of things ain't worth canceling. But people throw away people at the drop of a hat.
Mm-hmm. I'm one of them.
Oh well, yeah, we know that.
I'm one of them.
You boycott every week
for good reason. For good reason. Shoot, I love Papa John's, but I be damned. I'm back now.
Just because you got free shit.
No, it wasn't about free. It wasn't about free nothing. It was about the situation has been rectified.
But you still eating that shit though.
The situation has been rectified.
Oh, okay.
The problem has been removed from the top.
All right.
Remember, John ain't the CEO no more.
That's what you say.
He is not the CEO no more.
No, I know what you're saying.
So now they've rectified the problem.
All right, maybe.
That's the truth.
But
NFL hasn't rectified the problem. I haven't started watching NFL.
But you wasn't watching NFL. The only reason you watch NFL is because I came over.
Yeah. And when you come over, we still don't watch NFL.
That's why I ain't over when NFL. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I know how to protest and stick to it.
Maybe he didn't care about no NFL. It was just another protest
to add to
your anger.
Again, I know how to protest.
That's on your business card.
Yeah, professional protester,
YouTuber and protester. What's next in the news? Have you heard of in the news about Dwayne Wade
retiring?
No, that's been in the news. He's on a retired tour.
I'm saying, is that not what you're talking about?
Nah. That's been a year-long thing. What's your thoughts on I know Dwayne Wade, his son, has recently came out, and they having backlash. Because I think he's only like 11 years old. Mm-hmm. He came out, and went. And the thing was, his family went to a pride walk in Miami, and people was up in arms and stuff about it.
What it got to do with people?
No, because they say he's so young and stuff, and
okay, So what's your
what's your thoughts on it?
I don't understand like what that has to do with other people's business when it's this guy supporting his son and what he wants to do. Maybe they figure he's too young. Is that what the controversy is? He's too young to know how he feels or whatever. They feel like they shouldn't support him. Is that what's going on?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah,
but then, I mean...
Like, you gonna shun the young guy?
I mean, has this ever come out before? Like, people been questioning the young kid and his sexuality?
Oh, this is the first time, that I heard of it. I haven't heard anything or, but I haven't watched it. I watch every now and then. I'm in NBA, but I know the outskirts of it. But I haven't watched NBA real hard in like the last few years. You know, I come in like
protest?
No, I ain't protest because I still watch. But it was just I ain't caught that Mike B yet. But no, it was just something I came across, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I saw, I think it was on Instagram or something like that. It was a picture of Gabrielle Union and the little son, and I didn't know what they were talking about. But I don't understand. I guess with him being young, they feel like they shouldn't support him, or maybe they should try to persuade him to be somebody else. But
he's so young.
I feel like what the picture doesn't show is how long that they've been knowing about his lifestyle, how long he's been feeling this way. Because clearly we just found out about it.
I did,
and like I don't know. I just feel like we find a reason to protest. To protest, we find a reason to be angry. But that's not my business. I mean, I don't care about that. Let them support their son, because if they don't, then he could end up out in the street. He could end up,
they say
committing
a lot of
suicide.
suicides around,
yes,
around
all
that
stuff.
age.
And so why
school.
not allow them to love their son?
Right.
I don't get it.
What's been the news since we've been gone? It was something that I had in my mind
Regarding who?
Just anybody, but it was like the main.
Jesse.
Did
we finish Jesse?
we didn't. You know what I'm saying. I think all the charges dropped since the last time we.
Oh, we didn't talk about.
We didn't talk because we haven't had a quickie.
Okay.
Quickie episode.
Must have been me and Novelty on Keep It Moving.
Keep moving.
I'm like, I know I've had this conversation.
So, might be feeling some type of way. I'll be through with Jesse.
And I'm still like, everybody's still like, he's guilty. Why don't he? Because now the Chicago Police Department is like, we want our money for all the time we spent investigating this bullshit. And I'm still saying, to me, he could still be innocent. I don't know why I'm the last person holding on to hope that. But I can see somebody, it's only two brothers saying this is what happened. And then the police go and try to find, evidence to support that. They saw the brothers, in the store buying this bullshit. They saw a check. The only thing they saw Jesse do was write a check.
The only thing why would they do that?
Condemning who?
The brothers. What they got to gain from what? Have they been in the past known as somebody that has done that type of shit?
I don't know anything about them.
Or they involved in some type
but that don't mean I have to
organization?
I don't know.
That does that. That's what I'm saying.
They could be total scammers.
Out of nowhere.
Is it out of nowhere? I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I don't. To me, it's out of nowhere. I admit I haven't delved into their lives. The two brothers, but
see, we don't know them. But it's so easy for people to believe that Jesse would make all this up for publicity. Something so far-fetched to get some felony charges against you randomly.
But that's the flip side of the brothers. Like,
now we know who the brothers are.
Yeah, we know
who they are. We've always known who Jesse is.
What's that mean?
That means that they did it for publicity.
But
they did it to be known. But they know they had the game planned out. And now everybody's blaming Justin. And all he was trying to do was get his body right. So
that's the story you want, that you think that
the
brothers did it for publicity.
I feel like it's a possibility.
It's just a theory.
Yeah. Because Justin ain't admitted to any of this. And it's all we're doing is taking the word. We're taking the word of just two people, two brothers that could have plotted this. And we're not even considering that that's a possibility. That's what doesn't make any sense to me.
No, the thing is, it's just the story.
The story.
Yeah. That's what everybody like. It seemed like something that's staged.
It could seem like that. But that doesn't mean it didn't happen.
No, I didn't say it didn't.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what people tripped
off of.
Over.
They canceled him. They over him. He's lost his career, pretty much. He might be able to bounce back. But over this whole situation. And he could just be somebody that's been played all this time.
Maybe he need to make a song about the situation.
Let
the fans fall in love with him again.
If he made a song about this situation,
they'll
be fuel for the other side.
So he can't perform.
He did all that just for this song. I
can't have no outlet. He can't go back to music. So he done with music.
No, he can go back to music. I'm saying a song about this particular situation.
No, I'm saying, but that's what the artists do.
They will make people think that he's been plotting this entire time. That would add fuel to the brothers.
So he just gonna.
He can sing. Don't sing about this.
He can't sing about his life.
Not this situation.
But that's what we know you for.
No, we know Empire. He can sing about being an actor.
I didn't know about him with Empire. What about people like me? Not most people watch Empire, Mike. They don't watch like few.
They know about, and then they know his sister. They know Journey.
I know Journey more than she has a more of a career than he does. Mm-hmm. You know, I've known her. You know, she's been in the game for a hot second. But you know, I just know his name.
I just can't see somebody jeopardizing everything for this dumbass lie. That's just me. I'm not saying that he did it. Not saying he didn't do it.
Hey,
but I can hold on to hope that he ain't that damn dumb.
Fame is a hell of a drug. Maybe.
Okay.
You know, some people like to be infamous more than famous. So, who knows?
What do you think about the whole situation? Was it Magic Johnson just stepped down?
I know. He just stepped down. Because that whole LeBron situation, man, is a mess.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know the situation.
He was one of the ones that brought LeBron to L.A. Mm-hmm. And so right now, L.A. is not even in the playoffs.
Okay.
And that's a problem. You're supposed to have the quote-unquote best player in the league on your team, and you're not even in the playoffs.
It don't make sense.
And so, you know.
That's the reason why?
He
like backlash and stuff from that?
I mean, because what else can he do? This is the first time he's been in this position. I would have stuck it out, you know. But maybe I don't know. Maybe he was there for a reason, and it didn't work, and so we're going to get somebody. Let's try something else. And when I say let's try something else, you know, you're not the one.
Let's try somebody else.
We're going with somebody else. So you know, it's better for him just to step down than to say you fired.
If they say he don't get unemployment if he get fired, he got too much money.
I mean, he still got enough money, but fired. I mean, it's just good for his name and his rep. You know, I'll step down. I know things not going right. Nah, I'm gonna
take one for the team.
But you should have known this getting LeBron. That's what comes with LeBron, man. You're gonna have turmoil wherever LeBron's been. There's been turmoil,
but there's also been playoffs.
There's been playoffs, but it's still he only got 3 rings though. It ain't like he just blinging it, you know. And he had to go somewhere else to get the rings. And so it's always been speculations, always coach problems. Or coach decisions that don't go with his, and so look, I ain't gonna say he's been spoiled.
I can see how people could think that,
but it
seems like most people, most teams cater to him.
His talent has gave him a lot of things, and so that's where it's at right now.
Every time nowadays, and anytime somebody's talking about like the GOAT or the greatest, they'll talk about Michael Jordan. They'll also talk about LeBron. So I feel like that says something.
I'm one of the ones. I'm a Jordan truther.
Okay.
I don't believe LeBron is
you're not falling for the hype.
Nah, he's good. He's great.
Okay.
At what he do.
All right.
But to me, it's just inflated numbers.
It's like a strong accusation.
No, that ain't strong. He do what he do, but okay. I don't know. He don't have that dog like Jordan.
Okay. I'll let you.
What's your thought?
I don't watch basketball, so I can't really talk about him. I like what he's doing off the court.
Of course, that's you can't doubt him on that. But he's.
But when you're a part of the team, they look at more than just that. I understand that, but I don't I don't care about the basketball stuff. I care about what he's doing for black people. Him sticking up for black people. Him trying to make a difference for black. I understand. I'm just saying me. I don't care about basketball.
But he's doing great out off court. And that's some of the problems that they're saying they have. He moved to LA and he's executive producing some stuff, and they're saying he's trying to be more Hollywood and focusing on But the man was already always. I say always. He was also injured during this season, and so that's another hit. And this is the first time he really been injured. And so,
does Derrick Rose still have a job?
I think he's hurt again.
When you said LeBron got injured, that's what made me think of Derrick Rose. Yeah. Considering how much he's
I was talking to my nephew, and I think he's hurt again because he said something about it. But like I told you before, I don't really follow NBA until like playoff time, and then that's
he's
when
usually
I really
out.
Started.
He's usually out by then.
That ain't funny.
I don't want to laugh at the man.
You're laughing at the man. You're laughing at the man.
It's comical at some point where like we're here again. I just feel like but they keep giving him a chance. So
he had a good game this year.
He had a good game. He had a good game this year.
He had like 50 points, and
and
he had his spotlight for about 2 days, and then back to reality. We laughing again, might be.
Move on.
But that's it. As far as sports, we still got Mahomes, so I'm happy.
Oh, Chiefs.
Yes.
That's NFL. I'm kind of over it.
Oh, you can be over it.
I'm boycotting.
I ain't.
We know.
Shit. That's all I got. Might be. We went sports for a hot second. I don't know if everybody got into it, but we men. That's it. That's all I got. What about you, Might be?
I'm over it.
You've been over the last 12 minutes that we've been talking.
I'm protesting. In this now. I'm
Till next time.
In this piece.